Bryna Blanchard. We haven't talked this week, though, officially.
No, I'm under the radar this week. So.
All right, so what's been going on? We're 4 days in.
I'm struggling. Like I finally felt like myself today. The first 3 days, I can't remember how much suffering that can be when you're feeling bad and you're trying to make your legs go and they just won't go. So it was like mind over matter for 3 days, just trying to hang on. And then today, finally, I could put some power down. And I love the stage. I love Tessie Ridge. I love Lawnburger. I love the slippery rocks.
I didn't get to see Lawnburger. What's that like? What's that?
It's flat and just rocky, and it goes on for a couple miles of just a rock garden. But it doesn't go up, it doesn't go down. It's very consistent, and just. Well, I mean, today it felt pretty fast, like just floaty, but I like that trail. I've ridden it a bunch of times, so I know it. It was fun. It's a fun day. But yesterday, oh man.
What was up with yesterday?
I was just suffering. I felt like I had nothing, and it was just like everything I could do mentally to try and go as hard as I could, and still not going very fast. So. But I mean, I feel so much better today. I'm like, okay, I can kind of still do this at my advanced stage.
All right, so what's the plan for tomorrow?
Well, I don't know. I've just talked to about 5 different people about what tomorrow's stage is, and I've gotten a bunch of different descriptions. So I don't know. I'm trying to put it together in my head. I think I'm just going to try and do what I did today and just be really positive and enjoy the ride and try to go fast if my legs will let me.
Sounds like a plan. All right,
thank you.
All right, so Travis and Julie.
Yes.
All right, duo team.
Yes.
What's going on out there? What's happened this week so far?
It's been tiring.
Yeah.
Definitely underprepared for a 5-day stage race.
Might help if you train.
Yes.
What is least prepared on your bodies?
Climbing.
Yeah, definitely climbing.
It's like legs and lungs?
Yep.
Legs.
Yep.
Climbing legs.
How's the core with all the rocks?
Core's good.
Yeah.
We come out here and train a lot, so the core on the rocks is really good, but the climbing definitely, it adds up through the week.
I will say it's really nice to not be alone. Like, there's always competition around you, whether in your category or not, but the duo co-ed category is
stacked.
Some good.
Today
How are
was
you guys sitting in that?
we're
second overall, but each day we're battling, people are in sight.
Yeah.
It's really exciting.
You got first in your sights?
Today we did for a little bit, but they had some mechanical problems, I think is the reason that happened.
Yeah.
And second place today, not in the overall. We battled back and forth with the other team. But yeah, for first place team, we haven't had them in our sights very often. They're kind of out there. They got a pretty good lead.
With the length of the courses and the varying terrain, you definitely get a sense of like, well, they're better climbers on the road, but we're better in the rocks.
Yeah.
Like, you get to really navigate where your strengths and weaknesses are. So it's made it interesting.
What's been like the hardest part?
The hardest part?
Trying to go his speed, so it's hard when you have 2 people at such a different level, so it's been challenging.
Yeah, there's been words exchanged, So today I was only allowed to tell her that I loved her. I was not allowed to say anything else except for, I love you, you're doing great. It was very hard.
How many times did you say I love you today?
Today, at least probably 50 times.
No, I'd say 10.
No,
Yeah.
I said it quite, in my mind, it was like every turn, every climb. I love you, I love you.
And then I knew what he really wanted to say, so that was my cue.
All right, so Jamie Babcock?
Yep.
All right, from South Carolina?
South Carolina, yeah.
All right, and it seems like you're definitely the fastest guy with a beard in this race, for sure. But it seemed
Maybe.
like
Longest beard.
You were like well up there, and then you had some mechanical problems. So what's your race been like? What's been going on?
Yeah, first day was really good. Second day is when I had the flat. I lost about a half hour, had some issues getting the tire changed, and then from there just been kind of hanging on, being consistent the last couple days. So just trying to finish out strong.
All right, so where are you sitting now?
I'm an 8th overall in the GC.
Any room to move up tomorrow to attack?
Hopefully, yeah, I can. I got a couple minutes to make up, but I might be able to do it.
All right, so I saw you wearing the Sycamore cycles, so you're you riding Pisgah at all?
Yeah, a good bit.
How does this, I imagine riding there prepares you for this?
It does, to an extent. There's a lot of rocks here. There's a lot of rocks and roots in Pisgah, so good variety there.
Fewer roots here? Does that make it easier?
Makes it different. The roots are slick in Pisgah. Here you don't have to deal with that, I guess.
All right, anything you find difficult here?
Some of the sharp rocks are difficult, so you gotta approach them a little bit differently. Make sure you don't get flats. Yeah, make sure you don't lose your front wheel. Kind of stay light on the rocks. Helps out a lot.
What's kind of been a highlight so far, 4 days in?
I like the rocky sections. I like the long technical sections. Today up on top of Tussey was fun. It was long, rocky. You had to pay attention the whole time. You couldn't lose your focus too much, or you wouldn't make it through. So that was one of my favorite sections.
We'll see how that tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, so give me your name again.
Martin Schleede.
Martin Schleede, you're leading the single speed by quite a bit, I imagine.
I think like 18 minutes now.
That's pretty solid going the last day.
Yeah.
You worried at all?
No, I actually feel great. So I think tomorrow I'm just gonna hold pace and it should be all right.
Have you single speeded Trans-sylvania before, or any of this terrain?
This is my first time here, actually. This is my first big race. So.
Okay, what's it been like in general?
Fun. I came in actually nervous that I was gonna have trouble keeping up with the guys because everyone's fast. So, and I actually was surprised after the first day.
So if this is your first big race, what are you normally doing? Are you competing at all, or are you just riding hard?
I ride a lot, easy. I only started riding like 4 years ago, so I'm kind of still really new to everything.
And why'd you go to single speed?
I had a teammate that did it, and he got me into Single Speed USA once, and I had fun, so I just kept doing it. So,
all right, so what gearing you running?
I've been changing. So
okay. that's a dessert, not joke.
So the first day I ran 32:18. The second day 32:20, and then now I'm on 32:19 for the last 2 days.
That seems to be the right thing.
Yeah, it's comfortable. So.
All right, where are you from?
I'm from Ruby, New York, which is right next to Kingston, New York, kind of like the Catskill Mountain area.
So imagine, that's a hilly area?
It's very
hilly. Is it rocky like this?
It is rocky like Stage 3. It's the same type of terrain as Stage 3, like every bit of the trails I ride is the same. And then I ride a lot in New Jersey, which is kind of like how today was, which is fun.
Yeah. So what hurts the most on your body right now?
Actually, nothing. Oh yeah, I eat a lot of Oreos and donuts, and I eat pretty much anything that you can imagine.
How's the beer intake?
I hold off before, like a couple weeks before I know I kind of got to do good, but I do drink beer. Yeah, it's like I'll have a couple when I get back home, and so.
All right. Cool. All right, well, good to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
All right, Marlee Dixon. So today you got a little bit of a different race. It looked like you came through in the lead with 3 bridges.
Yeah.
Had a bridge. So what happened up there? What was going on?
Well, at the start we were all kind of together, and then Britt took off. I didn't see her until like right before I passed her, but I believe she had a slow leak in her tire, and so at that point, I was at Londonburg, or one of those trails, the nice fast flowy one. I was able to pass her, and then I just kept going, got a little more motivation from that, But yeah, and then I didn't see any other girls.
Are you kind of adapting to the terrain at this point?
Yeah, I really like the terrain actually. It's super cool. It's like Tussie's Ridge was awesome. It was super technical, and I was with like a group of people and it was just like, I don't know, it was cool. Definitely a lot different than what I'm used to, but I mean, yeah, I feel like I've adapted.
Is there anything like in particular you feel you're doing that's different than you've done in the past? Like it's probably like dictated by the terrain?
No, not really. Just go out hard, ride hard.
All right, how does this put you in the GC? Did you get a bunch of time back?
I got 3.5 minutes, so I'm still 5 minutes back. It's a really short race tomorrow, so it'll be tough, but I also put a lot of time on third, so that's really good. Yeah.
What else you got on tap this season? What's you doing?
Doing the Firecracker, maybe Breck 100, probably Breck Epic, and then try to fill in around there. So.
All right. You think you'll come back for this?
This was awesome. We have like such a great group over at our lodge. It's like been calling it the Insta family. Yeah, because it's such a unique experience compared to any other stage race I've done. Just living with other people, and usually I'm off in my van by myself with my dogs, and it's kind of lonely. And it's been awesome. Like I have a great group of people over there, and super fun. It's like Boy Scout camp for mountain bikers. It's fun. It's cool to feel in a camp setting again.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bryan Lewis. So this morning, we were at the start of the climb up Tussey, and you were planning on attacking, but then you had some sort of incident. You were not in position. The next time I saw you, you were back with the leaders. What was going on there?
Yeah. So first little single track, double track descent. Came right off of it, and as soon as we turned onto the road, I thought my number was rubbing. It had that like weird sound. I was like, "What is happening?" And like 5 minutes later, I was like, "Oh, that's a flat tire." So front flat, kind of ran a knob. We were on the road, so I had a chance. It was pretty mellow, so I plugged it pretty quick. So not a huge thing, but it put me, I probably got to Tussey in 8th to 10th, maybe 10th, I don't know. So I kind of had to ride back through everybody instead of blasting. Well, I did blast it, but I just blasted it from the back to catching up, and then caught up with JB and Carrie like halfway through Tussey. So yeah, it was good.
Were they not attacking super hard, or were you just going that much harder to catch up?
No, I think they rode it pretty mellow. I mean, I wouldn't say slow, and I think they rode the road pretty mellow. I was definitely tried to carefully ease off the back. I didn't really announce that I had a flat tire.
But you came through Tussey, like through the rock garden there towards the end. You were back in contact, and then how would happen after that?
I mean, from there on out, it was just good riding. I think we just kind of all stayed together. There wasn't really anything climbing wise to separate it. It was just tech stuff. And JB, Carrie, and all, I think all rode it pretty clean. And then that Lionberger, yeah, that was that. And then we climbed up, dropped Carrie on the climb back up to Tussey. But I couldn't get rid of JB, so then we sort of rode together. We really enjoyed those water crossings around the lake that we were not warned of. I was like, oh, the water crossings have been like 4 inches deep. Let's blast it. And then the next thing I know, I'm like up to my quad in water, and you're like, what just happened? I think there were 3 of them. Rode 2 of them. Third one was like not a chance. So that was fun. And then, yeah, back up, and I got a little bit of time on JB right on the last single track climb. But it's tough. It's just I haven't been able to get away from him early. He's been super strong. And it's like, it's good to put him away late, but you're just kind of just clawing back. So maybe 15 or 20 seconds today got back on him. So it'll make, tomorrow's gonna be a ripper. So we'll see what happens. No holding back tomorrow. It'll be fun.
All right, Chris, Merriam.
Hi, Tom.
How's your TSE going so far?
It's been a lot of work, but it's pretty awesome to have it back. I was a little distraught last year because I didn't know what to do with myself on this great American holiday, but here we are with all the great bike people and some of those same courses that we've been enjoying for the last 11 years, so good stuff.
You're racing single speed?
I'm actually racing 50 plus on a single speed, so that makes sense, right? But yeah, good experience. Actually, Rich Dillon and I are preparing for our 50 plus duo co-ed single speed with 2 guys, Breck Epic experience. We're going to make up a category and then tell Mike McCormick there. But so we're riding single speeds in the 50 plus this week. Yeah.
Right. How was today? What happened out there?
I actually really enjoyed going Tussey Ridge in the opposite direction. We usually come from, well, the other way. I can't think of north to south right now. I think we usually go south to north. We came from the north this time, and it was great. Lots of nice leafy cover, so it wasn't as hot as it sometimes is up there, and not stringing together all the difficult other rocky bits first made it a little bit more enjoyable. But we still got to do Longaberger, and that was awesome too, and climb back up and do those excellent berm trails on the enduro segment today. I also have not enjoyed those in the past. I've just been so cooked by the time we get there. But today it was just everything was perfect. And a little rainstorm at the end to cool off. So,
all right. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Tom.